A whole horde of guitar players get stuck playing blues in the key of E or the key of A, which are great guitar keys, but when you venture out into the world and play with other musicians, you might find that they like playing in different keys, like say the key of F or the key of B flat, which are popular among keyboard players and horn players. And if you can't get around in these keys, then you're going to get stuck. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced player today, I want to share with you a powerful scale. It's how to play the F blues scale on guitar. And this can help break you out of those traditional guitar keys. And you'll find that this is very important to know when you go and play with other musicians. All right, so no long blathering buildup. Let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to talk about is what notes are in the F blues scale. Well, if we start down here on the first fret, and it's going to be the same anywhere on the neck, but if I start on that root note here, I've got the notes F, A flat, B flat, C flat, oh, watch out, C, E flat, and then F again. So it has 6 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is the same as the root note again, it just restarts. Now I want to point out that when musicians say the F blues scale, 9 times out of 10, they mean the F minor blues scale. And you can have major blues scales and minor blues scales. And if you don't know these anywhere on the fretboard, then go to johnmclennan.com/blues scales and grab my free blues scale PDF guide. That's going to show you how to work out the majors and the minors and anywhere on the neck, which is a lot more than I can cover in a quick YouTube video, and it's completely for free. So grab that now. Just go to johnmclennan.com/blues scales. And this pattern here, once you get this down, which is, the 1st fret here, 4th fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret, and then 3rd fret. And that's just, walking right up each string there. Once you get this down, then you may be wondering, well, what fingers should I use to play those notes? Well, what you'll see that I did there is I started on the 1st fret with my 1st finger, then I went up to the 4th fret with my pinky, okay? And then the next string, 1st fret, 1st finger, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 3rd finger. So you're seeing a pattern here. What I'm doing is I'm matching the frets to the fingers. So the 1st fret is the 1st finger, the 4th fret is the pinky finger, and this helps you navigate the fretboard and helps you play with ease. Let me show you what I mean. Like if I played this with one finger, and if you looked at the back of, my guitar neck here and you just saw the back of my hand, it looks like this. I'm like, have to literally every note, I got to jump around the fretboard. Where if you play with a proper fingering, like what I'm showing you, you can just get all the notes like this. Instead of having to, it's less work. And this helps you navigate the fretboard. It's called playing from a position. So match the frets to the fingers. Now let's talk a little bit about theory. There is a formula to the blues scale. It's a sequence of half steps and whole steps, which basically just means 1 fret or 2 frets. If I start on the 1st note, F, and I go up a step and a half, which would be 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, then that's the 1st movement that you have to do. And then after that step and a half, you go up a whole step. And then you go up a half step, then another half step, then a step and a half, then a whole step. So if you start on any note on the fretboard and follow that, if I just set it in frets, it would be like 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2. Okay? Like I'll do it, let's say I did it on this note, which would be a G. This would be 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2. So now I just played a G blues scale. But the point is that the theory unlocks how it works. There's actually a formula behind it, and you just plug this in and you can create really any blues scale you want. Now, another thing that ties in with this is something called intervals. So you could also think of this in terms of if you play the first note and then how far away is that next note in the scale. So for example, if I start on the F and I go up to A flat, that's what we call a minor third interval. And then you have a F to B flat, which would be a perfect fourth, F to C flat, which would be a diminished fifth or flat five, right? And the Jimi Hendrix interval. And then here, this is a perfect fifth, F to C, and then a minor seventh, F to E flat, and then a perfect octave, F to F. Okay, so that's a lot of theory. You may be thinking, well, John, how do I practice this on guitar? Well, start by using a metronome, or you can, tap your foot as well, but you want to get a beat going. Don't go too fast. What you want to do is just play up and down the scale, and I would use all down picks with your strum hand to start. So you get a click going, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. When you get to the top, come back down. And just work on getting that synchronization of your hands, where right when you go to the next note, boom, your pick hits at exactly the same time, right? You don't want to have like da da, like hitting the pinky down and then having it pick afterwards. It's got to be like right together, and this can help you get that going. Now from there, you might want to check out some tunes. So let me give you 3 examples of songs that use the F blues scale. Now the first one is from my old guitar teacher, Kenny Burrell. Well, he was the guitar player on this track. The album is Back at the Chicken Shack by Jimmy Smith, and there's this awesome blues riff. It's Hammond organ, and it goes like this in F. Such a cool riff there, and you can hear that blues scale in there. That scale matches the tonality of this song. And then of course, Kenny plays all kinds of great solos using notes from the F blues scale. Number 2 is a song called Moanin' that was actually written by Bobby Timmons. It's a standard, but check out Buddy Guy's version of it. And the melody, the band hits these hits, they go like, but the melody goes, so you've got that really bluesy feeling in there, right? A third tune to check out is a song called Watermelon Man by Herbie Hancock. And you'll notice a theme with these songs. You've got the Hammond player, Jimmy Smith, you've got Herbie Hancock. These are, a lot of times piano-driven bands, right? And so that goes back to my point that I mentioned, is being able to play in these different keys. So the melody here to Watermelon Man goes, it's just this really cool, groovy, blues tune. Again, scale matches up to that tune. Now, there's actually a couple versions of this song. There's one from the Headhunters album, but check out the older version that was before all kind of the psychedelic stuff, and you'll hear just a real straightforward F blues. At the end of the day, the F blues scale is very important to know for beginner players and advanced players, and it can help you out a lot when you go to jam with other musicians. So if you've struggled to be able to play licks and solos and navigate the fretboard, know these scale patterns inside inside and out, just like Jimi Hendrix did and Eric Clapton and B.B. King, then go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales and get your hands on my free blues scale PDF guide. This is going to expand on this lesson and really show you how to take it to the moon by being able to go anywhere on the fretboard. And it's completely for free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales and grab that now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.